Gwendoline Christie. She was Brienne of Tarth. Bless her, my favourite character. Captain Phasma in Star Wars. Amazing. Weems in Wednesday. Incredible. Lucifer in Sad Man. Great. She's the most successful actress from Game of Thrones, post Game of Thrones. But what did she do before that? I'm going to introduce you to a little show called Wizards vs. Aliens. This was a BBC Kids production in like 2012 to 2014, I think. She played an alien. It was created by Russell T Davies and Phil Ford, both from Doctor Who. It was okay. It was this weird kids TV show about a 16-year-old wizard. He's fighting against these aliens called the Necros who exclusively eat magic. And they're constantly trying to like eat Tom Clark or eat his magic. And you know, he's just always fighting with them. The Necros are a brother and sister duo called Varg and Lexi. Gwendoline Christie plays Lexi. And for the most part, this show is it's kind of a B-grade kids TV show. Nothing much to it. It's pretty shallow. Until season 2. There are 2 episodes in season 2 called The 13th Floor. And they are heavy. They will rip your heart out of your ass. So why did these 2 episodes stand out? Well, they were originally a plot line for the Sarah Jane adventures. They recycled the plot line, placed in Wizards vs. Aliens. But this was a weird choice to make. Tom Clark, the 16-year-old wizard, and Lexi, the alien, in her human form, are trapped in an alternate dimension. Time moves differently in this alternate dimension. 1 hour in the real world is like 10 years in this world. And they end up finding a hut where Tom creates like a magical barrier. Remember, he's the wizard. They just hide out in there. And before we know it, they are bonding. But how can this happen? She's an alien. He's 16 and a human, and she's an alien. Played by Gwendoline Christie. But they explain that because apparently her character's only 17, even though Gwendoline Christie was in her mid-30s at the time of filming. Sure, we'll go with it. Scott Harron, by the way, played Tom Clark. Although his character's 16, he was in his mid-20s at the time. Yeah, still feels weird. They fall in love. Then we have a time skip and she's pregnant. Tom Clark's not supposed to be doing that with the aliens. How did we reach this point? What's going on in this show? This was a harmless kids show. Now suddenly the teenage wizard has impregnated one of the aliens that he's fighting. Tom Clark, an alien. Another time skip. She's giving birth. They're both really, really happy. I think they even have a line of like, who knew this place would become paradise? And then we have another time skip. And the kid's like 6 years old. And they're so happy being this kid's parents. How did they only have 1 child in this 20-year period? And then Tom's best friend, Ben, from our timeline, manages to break through. He finds Tom, he finds Lexi. They bring them all through the elevator thinking, oh yeah, we're going to raise Benny Jr., it's their son, in today's world. But as soon as they step into the elevator, Benny Jr. ceases to exist. They return to their original form. Tom is 16, Lexi's an alien. They're in the elevator and they're looking at their hands and they're like, we were just holding on to our son. Where is our son gone? He's disappeared. He doesn't exist anymore. No, but we were just holding him. We've lived together for 20 years. We're married. We have a child. No, he's gone. That whole universe, none of that was real. You have to forget it now. And they're in mourning and it's awful. You're watching it and you're like, I'm crying. This is just some shitty kids TV show. Why am I crying? There's no real proper resolution to this story. In the last episode of season 2, Tom becomes a god. Can't remember how, but he did. He like wishes Lexi and the son back into reality. So Lexi's turned back into a human. She appears on Earth with the son as a 6-year-old and they assumedly live a happy life together. And you think, oh, is Tom gonna go and find them and be a dad again? Well, no, he can't because he's back to being 16. And Lexi got reimagined in her mid-30s with a 6-year-old kid, so he can't really go and do that. But he did give them life again, so that's neat, I guess. And that's it. And then like that storyline's just forgotten. But it hurt to watch.